Welcome back to Black News Channel, everyone. During this COVID-19 pandemic, we've heard many stories of Black business owners who've been struggling during these uncertain economic times. JP Morgan Chase and the New Voices Foundation are trying to help women of color entrepreneurs navigate these challenges. Joining us now from JP Morgan Chase in New York City is Tosh Ernest, Head of Wealth for Advancing Black Pathways. Welcome to Ladies First.
Thank you for having me.
Well, most people are aware that JP Morgan Chase is a legal global financial services firm, but can you talk specifically about the New Voices Foundation and JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Pathways?
Absolutely. So JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Pathways is partnered with the New Voices Foundation to develop the New Voices Banking Bootcamp, a business banking educational program that will allow 15 women of color to participate. It's designed to help women of color establish strong business banking relationships, expand their access to capital, which is critical for business growth and success, and provide each of the participants with a $10,000 grant. And so it's going to be 3 intensive sessions to engage the participants in workshops to help them with mastering their business financing, understanding business and capital models, risk analysis, building and maintaining strong relationships with banks and other critical banking institutions, and lastly, to better position their companies to secure the capital they need to grow and scale their businesses.
Now that sounds very exciting. What's the criteria to be eligible for this boot camp?
So to be eligible for the boot camp, we are looking for businesses that have been around for just a little while, 1 to 2 years, and of course, women of color. We're also looking for businesses that have about 50K or more in annual revenues.
Well, we know that Black women have been entrepreneurs for many years in service industries, particularly like hair salons and that sort of thing, but not all of them have relationships with banks and so forth. Can you tell me about the importance why, if you're looking to get into business or if you perhaps have a small business, why is it important to have that relationship?
Yes, small businesses, not just Black small businesses, but all small businesses need great banking relationships along with private and public funding in order to access opportunities. And access to capital continues to be out of reach for women of color with investors, and they're less likely to be exposed to these investors, and these investors are less likely to diversify their investment criteria. And so research has actually shown that investors actually apply different standards to women of color when evaluating their funding eligibility. And so the existence of quality and depth in relationships with lending institutions becomes significant and really does impact the chances of a business when it comes to capital and funding and loan approval. In fact, the New Voices Foundation that we're partnering with had a survey out earlier on this year of nearly 1,200 women of color entrepreneurs that showed that 73% of the respondents had either a weak or very weak relationship or no relationship at all with a lending institution. And so when you think about all of these ways of getting capital, you start to see how important it is to maintain a really strong banking relationship as a business owner.
Absolutely, and it can be intimidating. Tell me more about this Advancing Black Pathways.
Yes, so Advancing Black Pathways is a JP Morgan initiative that we launched in February of 2019. And we have 3 core pathways: education, careers, and wealth. And these are pathways that we are focused on in order to close the racial wealth gap. Now, one of the pillars of the wealth pathway, we have 3: home ownership, financial health education, and small business. And the reason we're really focused on small business is because we see it as really a key to helping drive wealth in the Black community. We know that Black business owners are typically based in Black neighborhoods and hire diverse people. And so if we want to close that wealth gap, We want to make sure that Black business owners are able to scale and grow and hire and create jobs in their own communities.
Very interesting. So how and where can people get more information on all of this?
Yes, we encourage all women of color entrepreneurs to apply. The program is all going to be delivered virtually, kicking off November 30th through to December 18th. And all applications need to be received by November 22nd. So you can apply by going to bit.ly/NV Banking Bootcamp. So that's bit.ly/NV Banking Bootcamp.
Excellent. Well, Tosh, Ernest, we thank you so much for joining us here on the Black News Channel's Ladies First.
Thank you for having me. Bye, guys.